Rhonda asked Michael, "Why shouldn't I go?" She remembered his answer. "My brothers don't treat girls too good. They can be mean. Please don't go." Rhonda remembered thinking that Michael was only 14. What could he know? He know his brothers get bitches, and you fitting be one of them. Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Like I said before, like I keep saying, everything is on sale. All summer items are on sale. We're trying to clear out the old stock so we can bring in some of that fall winter stock. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue reading the magic, the madness, the whole story. 1958 to 2009. Michael Jackson by J. Randy Terrible Lele. By 1972, the older Jacksons had left a long trail of broken hearts as they toured the country, city by city. Then they rented an apartment near their house in Encino where they could hang out with their female conquests away from Catherine's scrutiny. You say what? Them ninjas had a whole pad down the street from their house? Rhonda Phillips was one of those girls. Today, she is a 49-year-old divorcee who lives with her 3 children in Long Beach, California. Back in August 1972, she was 18 when she met her idol, Jackie, who was 21. She had been selected from the audience by one of the group's road managers when the brothers were on stage at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Backstage, Jackie gave Rhonda a slip of paper with an address on it and told her to meet him at that location in an hour. As she mulled over his offer, she sensed someone behind her and turned around. It was Michael. He was just a cute little guy, she said. He had big teeth, a flat, wide nose, a perfectly combed natural. He looked like any pretty 14-year-old black boy you'd see in the neighborhood. He noticed the slip of paper in my hand. "Did your man give you that?" "No, Jackie. He wants you to meet him, doesn't he?" he asked. "Yes," Rhonda said. "I don't know if I should." Michael cut her off. "Don't," he said. "I don't think you should meet him." Rhonda asked Michael, "Why shouldn't I go?" She remembered his answer. "My brothers don't treat girls too good. They can be mean. Please don't go." Rhonda remembered thinking that Michael was only 14. What could he know? He know his brothers get bitches, and you fitting be one of them. He telling you, girl. He forewarning you, girl. Yes, he is being the cock blocker. Yes, he is saying don't do it. But girl, if the younger brother is telling you don't do it, girl, don't do it. It ain't enough Jackson dick to go around to make me go to the place where they told me to go. But the little brother said, don't do it. Rhonda remembered thinking that Michael was only 14. What could he know? She thrust forward the piece of paper Jackie had given her. He scribbled on it and handed it back to her. The group's representative had arranged the cab fare for Rhonda to meet Jackie. She was taken to the Jacksons' apartment in Encino. As the car pulled up to the curb, she happened to turn over the slip of paper in her hand and realized that Michael had written more than just his name on the back of it. There was a message. "I hope you don't go." It was signed Michael Jackson. She went inside the apartment complex, found the Jacksons, and had sex with Jackie. I won't be able to see you after this, he told her when they were finished. When they were finished. He probably was like, oh, such a pretty girl alone like this on the island of love. Such a pretty girl. Child, and he went to the bedroom. Come, follow me. Follow me, pretty girl, follow me. Lay down, pretty girl, lay down. And she was like, I mean, it is Jackie, it's Jackie, right? But I'm like, damn, girl. He gooped you, girl. Them Jackson brothers, they sure do get bitches. He went inside the apartment complex, found the Jacksons, and had sex with Jackie. I won't be able to see you after this, he told her. When they were finished, she began to cry. Suddenly, I was ashamed, she recalled many years later. He held me for a little while, and then he told me that someone from Motown would be waiting outside to take me home. He kissed me, and I left. The whole thing took less than half an hour. One thing I will give Jackie is that he didn't, bullshit. He wasn't like, I'll call you. I won't call you, girl. Don't expect it. As Rhonda was walking down to the street, a white Rolls Royce pulled up. Michael and Marlon was sitting in the back seat. The car pulled up to the curb. The boys got out, and Marlon ran past Rhonda up to the apartment. Michael came over to her. What are you doing here? He asked, his tone accusatory. Were you up there with Jackie? Yeah, I was, she answered. Did you have sex? Michael wanted to know. Rhonda began to cry. Michael shook his head sadly. I'm sorry, he said. Did he make you do it? And there's two ways I can go with this. One, he could be saying, did he make you do it? As in, girl, you didn't have to fuck him. Even all the way up there, laying down in the bed, you still could have said, no, I changed my mind. Or he could be saying, did he force himself on you? No, of course not. I wanted to. You wanted to? Michael asked, seeming astonished. But why would you want to? That makes me feel like there have been times where the girls went up to the room thinking that they were just going to have coffee and tea and crumpets with the Jacksons, and something else happened. Y'all love to correct me down, in the comments, but that verbiage just makes me feel that way. Rhonda got into the car. She rolled down the window. Michael was still standing at the curb. Are you going to be all right? He asked. Yeah, I will be, she answered. By now I was sobbing. Rhonda recalled. I rolled up the window and the car pulled off. I looked out of the back window, and the last thing I saw was Michael Jackson standing there waving. Bye. I told you. My brothers can be pretty mean to the beaches. I told you. Bye. Michael, 14, often shared a room with his brother, Marlon, 15, and Jermaine, 17. Jermaine would wait for their security man, Bill Bray, to go to sleep before sneaking down to the lobby to pick up girls. Often he would bring them back to the room and then instruct Michael and Marlon to, as Marlon recalled it, play sleep. Yolanda Lewis is today 46, married and living in St. Louis. In an interview, she recalled an experience she had with Jermaine Jackson in 1972 when she was 16. I was a real groupie, she remembered, and the boys did a concert in Cleveland where I was living at the time. Afterwards, a group of us girls went to the hotel where we knew they were staying. We had our J5 buttons and posters, just wanting an autograph, hoping to see the guys, maybe get a picture with them. Jermaine came down and struck up a conversation with a few of us. He was sweet, shy. He pulled me off to the side and asked me if I would like to come up to his room. Of course, I said yes. He was so handsome with his big, natural, and white teeth. We got up to the room, and I walked in behind Jermaine. It was pitch black. Michael and Marlon are sleeping, he whispered to me. So we have to be quiet. Take off your clothes. Quick. He wasn't exactly romantic. I jumped into bed with him, and he climbed on top of me. As he shuddered so loudly, I was afraid he would wake up Michael and Marlon, who were, air quotes, sleeping 3 feet away in the next bed. Or at least I thought they were sleeping. As I was slipping out of the room, I heard Michael say to Jermaine, "Nice job. Now can we please get some sleep?" It will be a couple of years before Marlon began playing around with groupies. However, Michael was never a player. He simply wasn't interested and thought his brother's behavior towards their female fans was deplorable. She said that when Michael was 15 years old, a certain member of his family, someone he trusted, I won't say who, even though Reby did, decided he was old enough to have sex, and that he had to have it. This person then arranged the services of 2 hookers for Michael. This little boy is 15 years old, and you done threw 2 ladies of the night in the room with him? Girl, oh my goodness, I feel so bad for him right now. Reby said that this incident absolutely traumatized her brother. I don't know whether or not Michael actually had sex with the hookers. Reby didn't say. Certainly, if this story is true, such a scenario must have had a deep psychological impact on Michael, as it would on any youngster going through puberty. After that happened, it's been said Michael turned to prostitutes, not for sex, but for conversation. Well, I won't be surprised about that, because I feel like it's a lot of men, watching that soft white underbelly, who actually use some women just to be mentally comforted. Okay, baby, you want a hug? Okay. Come over here. Let mama hug. By winter of 1972, Motown had released 2 more solo singles by Michael Jackson, the first being Rockin' Robin. While Michael twitters his way through the song, the session player bangs out the easy ditty on the piano to create a song that was irresistible. Rockin' Robin became an even bigger success than Got to Be There. The song peaked in the same position for Michael as the original did for the late Bobby Day, at number 2. In November 1972, the Jackson 5 embarked on a 12-day European tour, which would begin with a Royal Command performance before Queen Elizabeth. So this is the concern for Motown. Their sales are doing all right in America, but overseas, the sales are down, very down. Okay, so Motown nervous. Should we be doing this tour over there overseas or not? However, as a solo recording artist, Michael was faring well. Got to Be There and Rockin' Robin sailed to the British number 5 and 3 positions, respectively. Later in the month, Ben would peak at number 7 and sell more than 250,000 copies, just in the UK. Katherine Jackson had tolerated many years of unfaithfulness from Joseph. She knew he was cheating on her. Everyone knew. Joseph had been on the road with the boys for years and having brief encounters with their groupies. You say that you love